Hello and welcome to my channel, Sporting Success with Sarah. So today I will be talking to you about how to approach a tennis tournament when you know you're playing a really good opponent and who is better than you. So the first and foremost thing to do is, it's ironic, but I have to say, is to not look at your opponent's ranking. Every single time you know that you're playing somebody better than you, it almost immediately makes you feel like you're not going to win or you're not good enough. Now, when you go into a match thinking that about yourself, it's going to destroy you before you've even started, or even when you have difficult moments in the match, you will almost think that your opponent is going to do better than you, which stops you from giving your best. So the first and foremost thing I always advise my tennis players to do is never look at their opponent's ranking and who they've played. If you have a bit of knowledge about their ranking and if you have, watched them play before, that's completely fine. But if you proactively go and look at who your opponent is, how good they are, that's almost immediately making you feel like you're not good enough. So as tempting as it might be, try and not look at your opponent's ranking and not look at their past achievements, okay? The second thing to do is every single time you're playing a match, always think that your opponent is your equal. The reason why I say this is because sometimes you may be playing an athlete or an opponent who's not as good as you, and you will almost take it too easy and could end up losing your match. So always go with the mindset that whoever is in front of you is your equal, and you've got to bring out your best on that day to be one step ahead of them and to be better than them on that day. The reason why this works is because it doesn't make you feel less and it doesn't make you feel like you're more. Because sometimes being better than your opponent can also add a lot of pressure. And when you're playing somebody better, it almost makes you feel like you're never going to be able to beat them. So always go in with the mindset and train your mind to always think that whoever is in front of you is your equal. One way to do this is do a bit of visualization. So I teach my athletes to visualize them playing a great tennis match against an opponent who has a very random face. The reason why I ask them to do that is because then no matter who their opponent is, they can always play their game and bring up their best. So you can always visualize a random person playing in front of you and give them a face and make them do similar skills to what maybe your expected opponent might be doing, especially if they're better than you and you know their game. So this is the second thing to do. The third and the most important thing to do is one day before your match, write down all the reasons why you deserve to win tomorrow's match. And the reason why I say this is because when we're playing better opponents, we almost feel like we don't deserve to win because we're not as good as them. But that's not true, because every single athlete, when they're at the top, they've been at the bottom. And one thing that has helped them to get there and win big matches is thinking that they really deserve it because they've worked hard for it. They've got the skills, they've got the strengths, and they've just got to showcase all of that on that day and be able to do it. So write down all the reasons why you deserve to win your match the next day, especially when you're playing an opponent who's really good and better than you. So these are my 3 tips to play, opponents that are better than you or any match that you're approaching, because these things will definitely work no matter who you're playing on the next day. So I hope this is really helpful. If it is, please let me know in the comments below. And if you need any further help, make sure you go onto my website, sarahmajid.com, and you can write to me and I'll answer any questions that you have. So take care. Have a good day. Take care. Bye-bye.